What's up? Good afternoon. I'm Jovhannah. I am the creator of the Spiritual Love Coach. I am she, and today I want to talk to you about guarding your mind in a toxic world. Um, the other day, we lost Kate Spade. She took her own life, and I just think it's necessary to really talk about guarding our thoughts because it's just really important. And I have been depressed before, so I understand the thoughts that you have, the things that you go through, and what you have to be feeling inside to get to the point where you feel that suicide or death is the only option for you. And in light of that, and just some personal things that I have been facing lately, I really wanted to talk about how important it is to guard your mind because we do live in a toxic world. There are toxic people. Sometimes people just don't want to see you happy, and that can heavily influence you. And if you are not aware or in tune, you can take on the crap that other people are dumping on you. And one of the things that I shared on my personal Facebook page, because I had a situation happen and I just kind of was like, I know this is not happening right now, but it is. So I'm just sitting there like, this is interesting. And I could feel it starting to not necessarily get me out of character, but really starting to affect my happy go lucky mood because I'm all about positivity. I like being happy. I love smiling and just feeling good vibes. Oh, and I'm going to tell you about her in the background lately, later on, not in this live. That she initially was going to be the subject, but then I was like, no, I need to talk about this. So this is just kind of like a raw, uncut, straight from the heart, spiritual love and life conversation about why we need to guard our mind in a toxic world. So let me read what I posted here. Hold on, y'all. It's about to be good. So what I posted was, as adults, your healing and growth is in your hands. You can't keep dumping your shit on others just so you can feel good about yourself. Not over here, not today, or any day after. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. So someone had approached me like, why didn't I do something that really wasn't my thing to do in the first place, and was just like harping and going on and on and on, and was saying, oh, you're always so happy go lucky in your office, but this, that, and the third. And first of all, I'm very sensitive about this space that I created because, like Erica Badu said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Like, this is my baby. So if anybody like tries to slight or say something off putting, like, it automatically is like, you're about to enter the battle zone with me. So we're not going to talk about this. This is a hands off situation. But I'm listening to what they're saying, and you're mad at me because I have joy. You're mad at me because your dis-ease, your unhappiness doesn't sway me. And so, like, I could feel myself, like my thoughts was trying to ramp up. And, so I was like, you know what? No, this is not my shit. I'm not going to take it today. I'm not going to take it tomorrow or the day after. So I took my Palo Santo and we went for a walk outside. And I just kind of like, sigh. And it was nice and cool outside. And then I came in, made some tea, and I was good. I restored my peace. But when I woke up this morning, that message was still on my mind. Like, what is it with people? Why they feel the need to dump their shit on others? But most importantly, that could have taken me down a deep, dark rabbit hole if I had allowed it. And the only reason it didn't is because I have learned how to guard my mind and how to guard my heart from other people's toxicity. Unfortunately, a lot of people can't do that. For instance, children, they can't do that. They don't necessarily have those skills yet. They think that everything we tell them is the gospel. And that's right, no more, no mo, no mo. And that is a beautiful song by international singer songwriter Afua Danzo. So Afua, post your page or your link to your song so that everybody can go listen, because I love that song. That's right, Coach Roz. Haters are going to hate, and you have to keep being your beautiful, blissful self. Because even if you was unhappy, they still gonna hate. So why be unhappy and still subject to someone else's toxicity when you can be up here just shining and glowing and glistening, all happy and go lucky? But it is imperative that we all have safeguards in place that do not allow other people to rob us of our joy or for us to be depleted to the point that we no longer want to exist in this lifetime. Um, and it's just so funny because people, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what you say, how you try to, appease people, or maybe even like holding back, not letting yourself be who you are because, well, if I shine too brightly, they'll be mad. They're going to be mad anyway. And they're mad not because they're mad at you, they're mad because they are mad at themselves. And how people respond to you is a clear indicator of how they feel about themselves. And I am just grateful to have that awareness because years ago, I would have taken that and I would have felt so bad. And I would have been like, oh my God, I'm a horrible person. How could I be this way? And what am I not doing? Why can't I be? No, not today. That Jovhannah does not exist anymore. And, I have empowered myself. And as I do that, I want to empower others to really guard your mind and guard your heart from people who are dumping toxins into it. And sometimes it is us. We are the ones dumping toxins into our own life by the people, foods that we eat, the substances that we're putting into our bodies, the places that we are going and not having healthy boundaries. And you got to have some support. Like, I feel like I did a lot of things alone in my life because I didn't really have an option. And that made my healing and my growth a lot harder, which is why I'm so adamant about the work that I do and wanting to coach others and wanting to help people get themselves together because I know what it's like to not have help. And it's literally like me against the world, back up against the wall, not knowing what to do or where to go. All I could do was like feel my way out of it. And that's a horrible place to be in. It's a horrible place to be in. And that is kind of what it feels like when you are on the brink of like you have no hope left. And a lot of people who haven't been in a situation where they've, been faced with depression or suicide make comments like, well, how could somebody do that? Unless you have been in that darkness and that despair, you can't even begin to understand what it is like. And I have been there before. I sure have. And luckily, I was able to overcome that and to regain life and love and all of the things that we need. But if you are not getting the support that you need, be it from friends, be it from a therapist, be it from a coach, be it from whatever, if you are not getting that positive support, someone pouring back into you so that you believe in yourself, so that you feel that, life is worth living, like you will lose all of that. And it's just like we have to guard our minds and our hearts because not everybody is genuine. It could be family, it could be friends. I've had to end 20, 30 plus year friendships because the people were toxic. They weren't trying to grow. And a lot of times they were trying to hold me back in different ways. And again, that Jovhannah does not exist anymore. I have gotten to a place in my life where my peace, my dreams, my vision, my children, my business, myself, if you are a threat to any of that, I will cut you off so fast because I don't have space in my life for anyone who wants to bring me down a notch because I worked my ass off to get to where I am today, to be the woman that I am today. And I'm continuing to grow and to evolve in new ways. I would not be able to do that if I was not guarding my heart and my thoughts and being aware of the things that I'm taking in and the people that I'm allowing into my life. Um, and that's just so important. It is so important. And this is a Wellness Wednesday tip because mental health is just as important as our physical health. And we're still stigmatizing mental health in certain ways. Um, and that has to stop because people are losing their lives to unseen symptoms, but they are very much real. Um, and we just have to keep that conversation going that mental health, it's important, it matters. Our brain powers our body. And if it's stuck on negative mode, negative thought processes, negative habits, negative patterns, you are going to see negativity all throughout your life. The reason why people stay stuck, why they cannot change, is because they can't get control over their mind. And that is our mental health. That is our state of mind. And that influences our body. The mind body spirit connection is real. It is real. If you are out of balance in one of those areas, it's going to show up. And I see that in a lot of people. That's why so many people are just hurting overall. And it might not be, hurting to the point where they want to commit suicide, but they're hurting to the point where they feel the need to hurt other people. Oh, she looks like she's having a good day. So I'm gonna just shit over here real quick. Oh, they look like they're doing really good in life. So I'm just gonna like send some negative vibes, jealousy, envy type of thing their way. There's no reason that we have to be jealous or envious of one another. We need to support and to celebrate one another and put all of that drama and bitterness and pettiness and all that crap aside because it is unhealthy. They're unhealthy thoughts, they're unhealthy actions. And not only are you putting it into yourself, but you're putting it into somebody else. And I want to help everybody because I see people, I'm just like, ooh, we can shift that. But not everybody's ready. And not everybody is aware. And the problem is that our society normalizes negative behavior. We have, and I wrote a blog post a couple years ago called Petty Ain't Cute because now everybody's like, yeah, I'm petty. It's all good. But it's really not. Like if you knew, first of all, the definition of what petty means is that you're like insignificant, minor, it's not of importance. And that's one reason why I don't call myself petty because I'm major, okay? I am very much so significant. I freaking matter in this world. And all it is like a pass to spread negativity and spread hate behind a smile because everybody thinks it's cute. But if it had not become normalized, then it wouldn't be cute. It would be like, oh, what's wrong with them? Like, why are they acting like that? But no, it's the new wave. And that is what people are resonating with and riding on. And that is why it is growing. And it's the cool thing to do when in reality it's just hurting people and gossiping and spreading a whole bunch of mess around. And it is totally unhealthy, Coach Roz. Hey, Courtney. Yes, we are major. We are out here in a major way being seen, being heard, and being positive forces in this world because it is so needed. And, the ending of Kate Spade life highlighted that. And, just the little rift I had in my own personal life highlighted that. And the funny thing is, everything in my life is going pretty well. Is it perfect? No, but things are going pretty well. And like overall, like I've been riding this amazing wave of high vibrations. And that's how we can all be like in a state of bliss, in a state of joy, in a state of peace, and just happiness, irregardless of what's going on like around me. There's joy in here and it feels good. And I don't want to let that shit go. I love it. I love it. And so, girl, I don't understand. It came from those reality shows. That's when it started. And then it just progressed and progressed and progressed. And now it's everywhere. Reality TV is what I believe where all that petty stuff came from. And then it's like that one thing that can happen that can knock you out of alignment with your highest self, with the joy, with the bliss, with the positivity, and all of that. And I'm so proud of myself for being aware in the moment while it was happening to like pull myself back. Like, we're not going down that road. And I could have sat there and just sat in it and let it replay and replay. But I was like, no, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to take this Palo Santo. I'm going to go out in this cool breeze and I'm going to release all of that because it doesn't belong to me. And when something doesn't feel good, it's because it's out of alignment. It's not right. We are supposed to feel good. Think about it. When you get a cold and you don't feel good, that's how you know your body is sick, and you start trying to do things to treat your body to alleviate those symptoms. But otherwise, when you feel good, you don't need to take any medicine. Why? Because you are already in alignment. You are in a state of health. Our emotions work the same way. If you are feeling stressed, depressed, anxious, sad, mad, all of that, that is your spirit signaling to you something is wrong. But again, stress, all of that dis-ease and discomfort, where we feel that life and love is supposed to be a struggle, like, oh, it's supposed to be a struggle. It's not supposed to be easy. I'm supposed to hate Monday. I'm supposed to hate my job. I'm supposed to have like all of these trifling friends and, not knowing what's going on with the people around me. That's BS. That none of that is real. Yeah, I can't stand it either. I don't watch it. Ease, joy, bliss, and flow, that is our divine birthright. Happiness is our divine birthright. And we have to strengthen ourselves up to a point where we, as individuals, as a community, as a collective, where we can coexist and be happy with who we are and allow other people to coexist and be happy with who they are. It's really sad to see where we place so much of our worth and value into other people who don't even value themselves. And we've got to change that narrative. And one of the things that I say a lot, because what I've been through as a mom and as a single mom, I realized that me being this depressed, post-traumatic stress, dealing with all of that crap, I was going to feed that into my child. And at that time, I just had Kayla. So she was like 3 or 4. And I just realized whatever was affecting me would affect her. And so as women, we truly hold power. We are the pillars of the community. We are the pillars of our family, whether there is a man in the household or not. We got to hold that thing up. And so when we heal ourselves, we can then heal our children so that they're not going through the same cycles of hurt and pain and loss and struggle. And then that radiates out into our men, into our communities. And that's how we affect change in the world. It starts one person at a time. We have to be willing to see the error in our ways, or I won't even say the error in our ways, just to see the opportunity for growth and healing, that we don't have to be the person that we were 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Hell, you don't have to be the person that you were yesterday. Maybe yesterday you was cussing too much. And today you want to be like, you know what? I don't want to be her today. I don't want to say curse words. I like to curse, you guys. I try to keep it clean for social media just because I never know who is watching, but I do. I love curse words. If we are having like a private conversation, I'm going to drop some. It's okay. I don't feel bad about it. I used to think like, wow, like maybe I shouldn't be so curse wordy, but you know what? It's authentic to me. That is who I am. I love words. I love the energy that those words bring. To me, it's like sprinkles. It's just like throwing sprinkles into into a conversation. But yeah, so, and again, it's just owning who we are. And if somebody says, oh, I don't like her, she says too many curse words, blah 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 blah, that's not going to bother me. That just means I'm not for them, and that's okay. They don't have to like it. They don't have to like it. And it's good to have that awareness of like who you are, what triggers you, and what you can do to combat that trigger. One of the things for me is walking. I can like go outside, walk, and woosah, might kick my shoes off, stand in the ground, touch a tree, and just be out in nature. that for me is very healing and will create a quick shift just like that. I also have this book. I love this little journal. I got it from Kmart, and it just has like these lined pages. And in it, I write affirmations and little doodles. Um, and I also write things that I've accomplished. So if I'm like, wait, somebody told me that I'm not the bomb.com, and I'll be like, oh, wait, yes, I am, because I'm powerful. I hold the keys. I'm being my best self. I am great at being me. I love who I am. And so then I'm good. Yes, Coach Roz. Yeah, sometimes you got to say F it. You got to say fuck it. Because it just, sometimes when you say, and I had to tell somebody this, I had to tell them to leave me the fuck alone because I wanted them to get the message, not leave me alone like, oh, she's just a little mad. I'm going to call her in a couple. No, that's like the period, the end of the story. That's it. Like there's no coming back from that. So yes, totally. Sometimes you just got to put that just that extra pizzazz on it just to get the point across. But yeah, I just wanted to share that like our minds matter so much, and that is why journaling and affirmations is so powerful, because what we put in our minds, what we allow ourselves to think, is really important. And another thing is that we don't believe we control our thoughts. Like we just sit there and have them and we react to them. But you can turn that shit off. Like you don't have to keep listening to that loop in your mind. Meditation, prayer, and shifting it. When you hear that thought pop up that says something negative, that inner critic, that bully, that BS story that's going around in your head, turn it off. You don't have to engage in it. You don't have to let it drag you down to feeling bad. And if you don't know how to do that, ladies, come holler at me in the spiritual love circle, because we talk about things like this. My mission and my purpose is to empower you to really rebirth yourself and rediscover who you are, the woman that you desire to be, not the woman that you used to be. So I hope you enjoyed this. We kind of went around a few different little places, but this was a lot of fun. And thank you for watching and for all the hearts and the loves. And again, if you want to connect with me, come join me in the spiritual love circle where we do dope things. All right. Mwah. I love you. Bye. Let me see if I can end it properly. Usually when I do it on my laptop, it like takes a while to like end the live session, just like it is doing now. Hold on. There we go. All right. Peace out. Or maybe not. We're still here. There we go.